What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have a matchup today of Usopp versus Sanji, Red Sanji. Playing my good friend Shy. See how this goes. I know she's been playing Sanji for a while, but I haven't played this iteration of it with the new cards, with like the Punk Hazard cards. We lost the dice roll, but we get to go first. We mold our hand. We're gonna tap one for Leo. We're gonna try to find stage. And unable to find it, could grab some 2Ks, could grab a King Kong gun. We're going to grab Zoro and the Barto blocker, and then we have to pitch a card, thinking on what to pitch. Gonna ultimately pitch a King Kong gun. I know that like I just bottom decked one in the search and I pitched one. I just feel like I could be rushed down here. Sanji can grant a character with no on-play effect rush for the turn. So I just feel like I need to have that Zoro in hand to be able to pop a 4 cost, kind of gain some tempo back. I do have Rebecca Kiros in hand, so I do have a pretty cool tempo play of my own I can do. She's going to tap 1 for a Nami Searcher, search top 5 for a Straw Hat. And she's going to grab this new starter deck Zoro that it gains Rush if it has 2 Dawn on it. It's a 4/5. You could also just give it Rush. We're going to swing 6 in a life. She takes, and then we're going to tap 2 for an Adeo blocker. We are at 5 cards in hand. So the idea here is we can block and draw a card, which we're going to do. We grab a Cavendish. And then she's going to play that Zoro she just picked up and swing 5 in the life. So now we go to our 5 Dawn turn. I'm going to tap 1 for stage. And here's where I'm going to make a slight mistake. I'm thinking, because that Zoro also has an effect of on KO, it can summon a 6,000 power or less red card. I'm thinking about whether or not like I could kill it with the Zoro. I'm just going to swing 5 into it to see what happens. She lets it die and brings out a Wapple. I was not, I know Wapple was running on this deck. That was not in my calculations. It's a 6 cost. Like I can't hit it with Zoro. I can't hit it with Kiros. So yeah, that card's going to be super troublesome. We're going to grab a Frankie blocker off the Rebecca, and then we're going to tap 3 for a Barto blocker. We are at 6 cards in hand, so lead effect isn't live unless we pitch a card. But that Wapple, if it has a Dawn on it, gets 2,000 power for until the end of my turn, but then minuses 2,000 power to something for this turn. So it's just a troublesome card that's kind of slightly out of range of what I can hit unless I play a Toy Soldier to minus cost. So again, mistake on my part swinging to that Zoro, I think. Just because it's just a troublesome card. She swings what's going to be 9k into life with a 1 Dawn on it plus the 2,000 power. She minuses the Barto block, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, slight mistake on my part. I probably should just let that Zoro live and then maybe dealt with it on the turn I play Rebecca. Just to, like that would be a good turn to play it, to deal with it. Bounce it back to hand. She swings 5 in a life. We give the 1k. Now she taps 3 for Sanji and gives it Rush. This is a 6k swing. We give it 2k. And then taps 2 for a Monet. Monet allows she can rest the Monet, gives a rested Dawn, and then also minuses power, I believe, or buffs power. Buffs 2,000 power and then gives a rested Dawn. So yeah, thinking about what to do, I'm definitely going to Rebecca Kiros Zoro here, but thinking about the best combination of what to do. We're going to draw a card. So thinking about how I want to go about doing this, we're going to rest stage, mill 2/2Ks. We're going to pop the Monet. And then thinking about what to bounce to hand, I'm going to elect to bounce the Leo back to hand. The reason why is I don't want to, if I bounce the card back, so you can just play it with Rush next turn. Plus I can kill that Sanji with a Rebecca swing. And I think I get the order of operations slightly wrong here, because maybe I should swing 9, and I'm planning on swinging that Kiros. Oh, here, I'm going to swing 5 in a life. I'm going to make a decision here. I'm thinking about whether to swing that Kyros at all. Because I could swing 9 into the 8. But I'm thinking, like, she's going to be able to minus 2,000 power to it. I could be in trouble, but I do have a blocker. But, like, she could pop that blocker if she has a Pell, which I know is commonly run in Sanji. But then I'm thinking, I have a decent amount of counter in hand. Like, I have a couple 2Ks. She's going to commit a lot of Dawn. You know what? I don't think she has a Pell. And then she has a Pell. So she taps 1 Dawn, puts 1 Dawn at that on attack. Can pop a 4,000 power or less. So she's going to be able to swing 7K and pop my Barto blocker. And she's going to have, I want to say, 2 Dawn standing. So she swings 7 into the Barto, pops 7 into the Zoro, pops my Barto, and I draw another 2K. And here's where I start thinking, if she puts those 2 Dawn on Wapol and she uses its effect, she's going to be swinging 10 into 7, and I have 2 2Ks. I can counter out of that to keep my Kyros alive. That's what my thought process is. I need to keep this Kyro alive. So I'm going to let the Zoro die. And then she's going to swing 5 into the Rebecca. And here's where I didn't calculate. She's going to tap 2 for Monet, which is going to give 2 rested Dawn to the Wapol. And then minus is 1,000, but that's what it does. Plus, and then minus is 1,000 power to the Kyros. So now I'm exactly out of range where I need 1K total more counter, and I don't have it. So very unfortunate. I lose my entire board just from that slight miscalculation that Monet gained an extra 1,000 power, and I'm not in a good spot now. Her board's pretty full, and I don't have any board. So I'm going to tap 1 for Leo Searcher. Hopefully we can find some answers. We can find a Kyros. And we can grab a Kyros and a 2K. That seems like the move right there. We're also going to bottom deck the last Gum Gum King Kong gun, I believe. So now that's no longer coming into play. Unless we cycle our deck to find that one in the first. So we're going to swing 5 into the Monet. She lets it die. And here's where the only play I really have is I'm going to tap 7 for Kyros. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 1 extra Dawn standing. The only play I have is to tap 7 for Kyros, bounce the Pell back to her hand, and then swing 10 into the Wapol and hope it dies. Swing 10 into the 8. That's the only play I have. She's going to give 2K, 1K. And so now that Wapol's going to be able to probably clear our Kyros next turn if she wanted to. And she has that Pell back, so you can play that again. So we do have to kind of be a little bit she could win on this turn. She has 2 swings, but Sanji can rush something, so she, in theory, has 3 swings. She's going to swing what's going to be 9 minus the Kyros to 7. 9 in the life. We draw a brick. She taps 5 for that Pell. She's going to put 3 Dawn on, and I believe this is going to be a 9 cost swing into the 7. So I'm going to give 2 2Ks, or maybe 2K 1K. I guess it was just 9 into 7, so 2K 1K. And then she swings 5 on a life. We give the 2K. Now she plays it, taps 1 for a 2020 Chopper blocker. Now she doesn't have a ton of cards in it. I think she's got 2 or 3. What I really need to do is clear board and establish a blocker, but I don't have a blocker in hand, so I can clear board and just hope that she doesn't have a cool card she can rush next turn. Like, I have the Kyros. I can play that Kyros and bounce that Pell back to hand, but then I'm probably definitely going to lose because she can just play that Pell. I have to hope she doesn't have a card that, like, she can rush. Again, all this is thinking she's got that Nami on board too. Like, I'm not going to be able to clear that Nami. I think the idea here is I have a Kyros. I can tap 7, bounce that Chopper blocker back to your hand, which is a brick. Swing 1 Kyros into the Pell, hope it dies 9 into 6. Then put the remaining 3 Dawn on and swing 12 into 8. That would effectively clear her board other than the Nami. It's not perfect because I need a blocker, but I don't have a blocker I can play. I don't have an Adale. That's why I'm thinking, do I play Cavendish and hope I draw some more counter? Like, that was another part of this was like, do I play Cavendish? But then if I play Cavendish, one of my swings is going to be blocked by Chopper, and then I have to commit a lot of Dawn to swing a good number. So I'm just going to tap the 7. We're going to bounce the Chopper back to hand. We can go ahead with the plan. We're going to swing 7 into 9. She lets it die. And then now we're going to have to swing 12 into 8 and hope that this Wapple dies. And it does. And now we're going to swing 5 life. And she takes, and we pass. 4 cards in hand. I think we only have a 2K. We're in a bad spot. Like, she could Dawn up on the Nami. She could play anything and give it rush. Kind of hoping that she just swings into our board for some reason. That's the only really way we can survive, is if she decides to clear one of our Kyroses. Yeah, we're in a really rough spot here. Meanwhile, what's going on in the background is my friend Richard just won the Store Regional. So congrats to him. He's getting his invite to Nationals. She's going to swing 7 with leader. She has 8 standing Dawn. We have to take. We do draw another 2K. So we can counter out of an 8K swing. But she could put all 8 Dawn on Nami and swing 10 for game. And that would be just enough counter. Well, there would be just enough to get out. She would win the game that way. But she's thinking on other plays. Yeah, so she's kind of got 2 set aside, so she's got it set to 2 and 6. Ultimately, what she's going to do is she's going to tap 2 for the Sanji 2K from OP10 that you can activate main, give 2 rested Dawn to, and get an extra 2,000 power, but you have to take a life. So she's going to tap 2, and she's going to rush it. So by tapping 2, she's going to get to 7. And then she's going to be able to put an extra 6 Dawn on it. So that's going to be a 13K swing. It is a slight risk because she's going to be she's taking a life. But definitely the strongest attack she could probably get. Again, here we go. Tap 2, activate effect, take life, give 2 rested Dawn, get an extra 2,000 power. So this is a 7K swing at this point. Plus, here we go, 6 makes it 13. And I'm like, I got 2 2Ks for you. So congrats to my friend Shai, congrats to my friend Richard for winning the Store Regional. And yeah, this was an interesting matchup. I think I made some decisions that were wrong that I just wasn't expecting. For one, it was swinging the Kyros in the 9 into the 8. I thought I was safe. Again, I was thinking in my head, like, I should be safe with the Barto bug. The only way I could be in danger is if she has a Pell. But you know what? Let's make her have that at that point. I should have just played it slightly more safe at that point. And then swinging to the Zoro, I could see as a mistake. As well as, I mean, I don't know if I could have kept the Zoro alive. With the turn she cleared my entire board. The first swing was into Zoro. and I probably could have kept that Zoro alive if I respected the Monet, but I didn't. I was doing all the calculations, and that Monet gave her extra 1,000 power. So I don't know. It's tough to know in the moment. That I guess I could. Yeah, I don't know. There was like 3 decision points I feel like I just got wrong, but also slightly unlucky. But yeah, that's how it goes. Credit to my opponent. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.